Support for Let's Talk Battle Rap podcast is brought to you by Manscaped, who's the best in below-the-waist grooming. Manscaped offers precision engineering tools for your family jewels. Manscaped has been the best in the U.S. in premium men's grooming care, and now Manscaped has just launched in the U.K. That's right, cheerio. Now, you guys have gone years without using the right tools for the job, and now you could be one of the first men in England to experience the life-changing products. Now, I remember back in the day, I tried to use one of those old-school traditional clippers on my family jewels. Let's just say the hands got caught up in an entanglement, and they did not come out the way that I wanted them to. It was a little Nestle crunchy down there, all right? Well, that's why Manscaped has re-engineered their electric trimmer. The Manscaped engineering team has perfected the greatest ball hair trimmer ever created and just released the new and improved Lawnmower 3.0 in the UK. Cheers for Manscaped. Their third-generation trimmer features the cutting-edge ceramic blade to reduce grooming accidents. When I tell you this is premium, I mean premium. The battery will last up to 90 minutes so you could take a longer shave. The waterproof technology allows you to groom in the shower. One of the coolest features is the LED light, which illuminates grooming areas for a closer and more precise trimming. They've also upgraded to a 7,000 RPM motor with quiet stroke technology. And let's not forget about that charging stand. Show your mower off loud and proud because its intelligently designed stand is a conveniently charging dock powered by USB. If you're listening to me speak right now, I want you to experience it firsthand for yourself. Let's get that bush to tush clean. Get 20% off plus free shipping and handling with code LTBR at manscaped.com. Make your testes your besties. Get 20% off and free shipping and handling with code LTBR at manscaped.com. That's 20% off with free shipping and handling at manscaped.com and use code LTBR. Your balls will thank you.
Degenerate retreat, and we gotta go somewhere. We gonna, have it, somewhere big, because we family at this point.
Yes, we are.
I'm like that family member that randomly comes over and gets a play on Thanksgiving. You know what I'm saying? And be like, oh my God, where you been? You don't talk to nobody no more.
And then you go to the next relative's house to get the other plate. And then on your way home. Oh my God. On your way home, you have like 4 plates and you good for the weekend.
I'm just here for the plates. Okay.
Get that vaccine, y'all. Listen, man, you get that vaccine and you tell me how you feel afterwards, all right?
I'm still waiting on Hardcore Flavor to grow a third arm. Know what I'm saying?
He hasn't been the same. He hasn't been the same. I haven't seen him on the chat. I haven't seen him wilding. Like, what's happening? What happened to Hardcore Flavor?
Oh, they packed Hardcore up, dog. They didn't give him what they gave Biden and Kamala. They gave him that junkie.
Piccolo B says, vaccine, wrong room. All right, man. Let's get the show rolling, man. It's me, your host, France, CC, LTBR Daily, man. Monday through Thursday, 10:30 a.m. to 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Again, for everybody that still may have any bit of confusion, just to let you know, we will still be keeping our morning schedule. So just making that PSA so that way nobody misses that announcement. You'll see it on... Mute. I'm muted? How is that possible? They've been hearing me the whole time.
Can y'all hear friends?
No,
thumbs up. You hear?
No, it's impossible. Okay. I can hear myself.
CP4, I don't know what's going on with you. Now we do. Okay.
Yeah. Look at you, CP.
Thank y'all.
You threw me off my rhythm, man. This is how battle rappers feel. All it takes is one.
I'm sorry, when I seen you,
it wasn't you. It was him. All it takes is one distraction. And I forgot my round. That's it. You know what? I'm gonna be nicer to the battle rappers now. This is really hard to do.
Now y'all feel my pain.
Hey man, no recording. I recording this time. Don't worry. I know yesterday I forgot, but we're rolling this time. And real quick before we get started, salute to our sponsors, the Peace Watcher. Ladies and gentlemen, if you have any police anxiety, PTSD, right? all you got to do is download this app. It's called the Peace Watchers. You can send a remote location pin to your friend so they can have the accountability, they have the safety net, and you have somebody that can reassure your position and your place wherever you are in the world in case something's happening to you, and they can take care of you. Go to thepeacewatchers.com, download the app. It's free, black owned, support our own, support black business.
Amen. All
right, man. Let's start off with an amazing announcement. I know CC was thrilled to hear this battle was announced, right?
2021, we in here. Yikes! Yikes, we here.
Where did this battle go? Hold on, man. I brought it down a little too low. Here we go. Bam. Hopefully the rest of them aren't that high up. I got to get those if that's the case.
Where my yikers at?
Let me bring this down a little bit.
Y'all thought he was done?
Yikers Island, Arsonal, the Rebel, the most disrespectful, versus the Bar God.
Too cold.
We here. Tata says we here. CP803 says Arsonal 40. Miss Marla says too cold crew. CP says I am too cold. Yikers gang. Reggie says yikes. Yo, ever since Vlad has left, I haven't seen one person against the Yikers.
Get that hate out your heart for 2021. We're not doing that. It's a new year. Get that hate out your heart. Get that hate out your heart, cuz.
Oh, there it goes. There goes the hate. JB the King says Rs30. Tata says, I do have Ars edging it, but you know I love Danny. I don't know how much you love Danny if you don't got him winning. But you know what, Tata? I feel you. He does battle drugs 2 weeks before Danny. That would make me concerned as well.
I mean, that is a good point. But we know, usually Danny at the start of the year is really good. Usually he starts his year on fire.
Does he have that New Year resolution mindset? And he's just like, new year, new me. I'm going to be champion of the year. And then somewhere down the line, he's like, all right, I can't do it no more. Like, you have all these fitness goals, and then it's like, oh, I'm gonna eat this pizza and these wings and this sandwich and go to the gym on Monday, and then Monday comes.
That's a good analogy for Danny.
You wake up late on Monday and you're like, I can't make it.
I can't even hate on that one because that's what he's been doing these past few years, especially when we've been doing Champion of the Year. He start off hot, and then he end up too cold, and he don't make the cut. Period. But you know what? I was watching him on DNA. He was supposed to be doing the face-off with drugs, but drugs, no call, no show. Don't know why. But he said that this may be his last year, though.
Well, he said that the last 2 years, so I'm not alarmed. To be fair, though, he is in the 40 club, so I'm sure.
He's 40?
Oh, he's 40. He's 40 flat. Him and Vlad the same age.
And Vlad be hating on him. He an old head. How dare you?
Yo, him and Vlad are the exact same age, same birth year, all that.
Oh, you old heads got to stop hating. I just turned 40 yesterday. Well, happy birthday.
Hey, Piccolo, man, let the youngins know, because I'm still in my 20s, let the youngins know 40 ain't so bad, man. 40 ain't so bad.
Look. I'm not trying to get there yet.
Now, when we get to the 50s, I don't know. That's a different ballgame. Maybe I'll take cruises. I'll have a nice fiance. We can take cruises, and in the 50s, I'll take it easy. But the 30s and the 40s, they ain't so bad. I'm looking forward to it.
I mean, they ain't gonna be so bad if you married and you got somebody. But if you single and you hit 40, you ain't got nobody. I bet you it's a different feeling. You panic mode, especially if you're a woman. Panic mode. Oh. That's when women go to the sperm bank.
Ooh, Miss Marla says nope, not true. Ooh.
Marla, okay, Marla, then I'm gonna let you rock, Marla, but I'm not trying to get to the 40 club, ain't got no man, ain't got no kids, because guess what? We gonna be taking a trip to the sperm bank, and I'm gonna do a little shopping.
You heard it here first.
I'm gonna do a little shopping. When y'all see me randomly with a big old belly,
mind your business.
Ain't no man. Just know I went shopping.
Just mind your business. Matter of fact, tell them don't panic.
It's my business. Stay out of it.
But listen,
baby daddy. Girl, I don't know him. I seen him in the catalog. He had a high GPA. He went to Harvard, and I was sold.
That's what we're doing now. We're just marrying guys off their GPAs. That's what we're doing. Future had a high GPA in college too. All right, and that's the most toxic man I've ever met.
Baby gonna be autistic. Don't you talk about my baby. Let's talk about this battle. I mean, Arsonal and Danny. Y'all know I'm going to go with Danny because, as I stated, Danny in the beginning of the year is always hot. He always on fire. I don't see that not happening this time around. I also understand that Arsonal gonna be disrespectful, and Arsonal, he probably will say the same angles that we always hear when people talk to Danny. But I think Arsonal may be a little bit more disrespectful, and y'all love hearing people, tell Danny, "Oh, you battle too much. You not where you supposed to be. The West don't even really rock with you like that." But he gonna say it so disrespectfully, though. It's gonna hit, and all you Danny haters are gonna love it. So that's how I see this about to be a slander fest. But I think Danny gonna outbar it, and he gonna be fine.
Yeah,
2-1.
I think Arsonal took a page out of Mike P's book. He was actually right there in the center watching that performance. And once he saw Mike P's round against Danny, he said, "Oh, I got something here." So, Arsonal's going to expound on that, but he's not as creative, so he's just going to be disrespectful. It'll have some shock value, but I'm not sure if it's enough for 3 rounds to keep me impressed. I will say this, though, CC. I'm actually pro Danny Myers on this battle. Check this.
I heard you was talking about my mans last night. So what you say about my mans? What you say?
I'm going to say the same thing I said last night because I didn't get a chance to record it. You didn't get a chance to hear it. So this is fresh for your ears. I'm tired of people saying Danny deserves this look, all right? He does not deserve this look. And let me tell you why he doesn't deserve this look. Because Danny Myers is supposed to get these looks, all right?
Okay.
He is a high-level battle rapper. He's top tier. He's elite. He puts in work. He's reliable. Like, Arsonal is the highest viewed battle rapper. You know who's number 2, 3, 4, and 5? DNA, Charlie Clips, Disaster, K-Shine, and guess what? Danny's battled all of them. So he's going to have battled all the top 5 highest viewed battle rappers in the world. This isn't nothing new. This is another day in the office for Danny Myers. You can't have all this experience and have a good value as an employee and then go to an employer and they be like, "Oh, well, here's a salary we're going to give you. You should be happy for it." No, this is my market value. This is what my experience has got me. This salary is what I'm entitled to. Danny Myers is entitled to these matches, so I'm looking forward to it.
You know what? And shout out to Reggie. And I believe you say it's Troz. Look, his wife gonna catch some stray bullets too at this battle. His wife gonna catch some strays, and it's gonna be some disrespectful strays, and they might sting a little bit. They gonna sting a little bit, but I think Danny gonna be okay. Danny, his battle rap IQ is very, very high. He knows how these battlers battle. He know Arsonal gonna be disrespectful. He gonna go out there, but also Arsonal got a pen too, so he's not just gonna be focusing on the disrespect and the angles. He's also gonna take Arsonal's pen serious and knows he's gonna have to outbar him too. I think this is gonna be a good battle. I'm glad that they added it to the card, and I think it's gonna be a good one. I'm gonna be sipping, eating my chicken wings and delight because I know I'm going to enjoy this battle.
Let's address some hate in some people's hearts in the chat. The no pass look says Danny's battle top tier, but he isn't top tier. And my question to you would be what makes him not top tier? A top tier battle rapper is somebody that's battling high level names and is headlining cards. Danny has battled an extreme amount of names. I can go down the resume. And more importantly, he's headlined on King of the Dot and URL, both in the same year. What's he missing?
What he missing? The fact that you don't like him. He hasn't made you hop on Yonkers Island, so you just winning.
You have to ask the same question about JC, but you know what's the glaring difference between JC and Danny Myers? JC doesn't headline cards. I'm sorry.
Ooh,
all right?
Wait a minute. We're not gonna slander my boy to make a point, though. No, don't slander my boy to make a point, though.
It's just the glaring truth and the difference. All right. You brought Danny Myers over to URL. His first battle with Riggz, like he headlined that card and killed Riggz in New York. Like last year, he headlined against Chess. Last year, he headlined several times. Like
Look. I've been saying this for like the past 2-3 years. I don't think that if you have not respected Danny as of 2021, it's just not gonna happen for you. Maybe he doesn't do it for you. That's your prerogative, but can nobody tell me that Danny ain't top tier, especially with his resume, especially what he has done, especially how he has helped build up the West. Okay, we give Geechee Gotti a lot of credit. Okay, and he deserves all of it, but I feel like sometimes we forget about Danny too in the mix. Okay, he is a very important part of the West movement in battle rap. We're not gonna do that today.
Jeremy Perkins says, I don't know what's my definition of a headliner. I don't have a definition. It has a textbook definition. It's called being the main event of an event. If the league sees you as an asset to put you at the top of the flyer and build an event around your name and your battle, you're a top tier. I'm sorry. You sell the tickets. You get the people in.
Look who showed up.
Hardcore flavor. The problem,
I guess that vaccine hasn't gotten that hate out your heart for Danny. That vaccine didn't work yet. That hate's still in your heart. Hardcore flavor.
That's a fact. I prefer Danny's bars over JC's. It ain't about the bars. It's about the artist's catalog at this point. All right, these are things that you cannot deny. I don't care if you like.
See, I don't like this, but that doesn't mean that I'm a hater and I'm not gonna recognize that he has been very important in battle rap and he is definitely gonna go down as a legend. But I can't stand his ass. Y'all got to be able to separate and get that hate out your heart. You got to be able to separate it.
We'll make things very simple for everybody. You want to know, Cece, there's a battle rapper from the Midwest who's actually headlined 5 out of his last 6 battles. And his name is Verb, who'll be battling Tay Roc on Volume 7.
Go. Mm-hmm. Come on, vegan God.
Let's get this right.
Island God. Let's go. And shout out to Verb and that podcast and them IG lives he been doing. Them things. Whew, they get real ignorant, but I be loving them. Shout out to Verb. Verb 3-0. Woo!
All right, chat. Before you guys give your picks, I just want to put out this quick statistic about Verb. Verb is now headlined 5 out of his last 6 battles, 6 out of his last 7 battles. And this is the 3rd time in his career he's headlining back-to-back appearances on URL. He did it in 2019, and before that, he didn't do it since 2010. So think about this: 11 years in the game and still acquiring new accolades. Incredible.
That's why he on my Rushmore, if you ask me. That's why he will always go down as being one of the GOATs or the GOAT, depending who you ask for the Midwest. Like straight up, like he a GOAT, and y'all better put some respect on his name. Peter
North says Tay Roc has also headlined his past 2 battles as well. Absolutely, but Tay Roc has a ton more headliners than on URL than Verb. So like this isn't nothing new to Tay Roc. This is territory he's been in already.
Roc definitely gonna show out. I don't think Roc gonna. Yeah, he's had some time since that Mook, battle that didn't really go his way. And I think he's going to be ready to see my boy Verb. It's going to be a battle.
Let's go to the chat real quick. I seen some Roc 2-1. Roc's going to show out. Roc needs this. Ça passe. Lion Legacy says. What's going on here? Let me keep going down. I like old Verb more. Says Tata. Jet says battling is battling, but to be able to do all of that is what takes a lot. I agree. Much respect for the battle rappers. Roc's volume debut, says Buck City. This is Roc's first time on the Smack volume card. Very fitting. I think Verb might take this one. Roc 2-1. Roc 2-1. I'm seeing a lot of Rocs. This battle is not going to be good. Sorry. Jeremy, what's going on? Jeremy, it's Tuesday.
Here you go in 2021.
Where's the positivity, my brother? We're short one apple of positivity. We need as much positivity from the audience. And here you are, soiling it. He's like, battle. he's like this battle. Roc 2-1. Uptown Richie says this could be a classic. Verb 2-1 says King Foley. By the way, King Foley, that little blue C next to your name look cute, man. I like that.
Oh, okay, congrats.
Salutes to you. And salutes to all the casters in here as well.
Dracula, I want Gunbar King. And you know what? I'm kind of leaning towards that too, because Dracula was the shit versus Day. But Dracula did not hit versus Mook. I don't know what happened to Dracula. I think Dracula needs to take a break. I need Gunbar. And you know what? I think we're going to get that, though, Lion, because if y'all been paying attention to Tay Roc's IG, he been posing with these big-ass military issue Pentagon, like, back to
Rock, what are you doing? Rock, what are you doing? Don't let Lady Caution pump you into posting these photos. This is bad PR, all right? This does not look good. He
looks like he ready for Gears of War, Call of Duty. He ready for Gears of War.
Before we get into our text, CC, let me finish reading some of these messages. Somebody says "fact CC" on the Gears of War comment you just said.
I love that game.
Hardcore Flavor says Verb 2-1. Lion Legacy says I don't want Dracula, I want the Gunbar King. Assassin's Creed versus Mook. Dracula's gonna put them lenses on and get the job done. Perkins said Tuesday I'm gonna be a hater. All right, he's already claimed his stake today. Hardcore Flavor, this battle's long overdue. Gunbar King versus the vegan or island Verb. Verb needs to eat a steak. Gears of War is the GOAT. The scary part to me is that Rock seems like he's in a good space in life right now.
Y'all keep on saying that Verb gotta eat meat, but Verb been doing pretty damn well, if you ask me, being a vegan. That's all. I know that Pay Verb is way better. I mean, was not way better than vegan Verb. Okay, that's who I don't want to see. Pay Verb ever again.
All right, let's get into it. Who wins and why? Early prediction, CC.
I got paused. My bad, y'all. But you know who I'm gonna pick. It's Midwest Movement to the day I die. Okay, I'm gonna stick with my boy Verb. I don't know if he feels some type of way about his battle with Cal and the aftermath, because a lot of people got Cal beating him, and I don't think he went into that battle thinking that was going to be the outcome. But I also do believe that Verb knows that, you know, Verb has battled. We just been saying in the chat, Verb has battled so many people. Like, he's getting to that point where it's like, yo, he has nobody left to battle. He has battled everybody. And I think that Verb is on a path of solidifying his legacy, which, if you ask me, don't need to be solidified. I feel like it's already have. But Verb gonna try to put the, you know, stamp on it and make sure that everybody remembers when he leave here for good, he was a GOAT. Well, all that being said, I know Tay Roc feels some type of way about his last battle versus Mook. And I think Tay Roc is going to go back to what we love, and he going to go back to what he does best. And is he going to gunbar. But I also do respect Tay Roc's pen too. So I think he can hang there with Verb. But Verb pen, I just feel like, and I feel like Verb got some things he could say to Tay Roc. You know, they both battle Mook. More people got Verb beating Mook than Tay Roc beating Mook. You know, so I'm pretty sure he gonna bring that up. Like, how can you be past me if you haven't beaten none of the GOATs? And I took on Lux and I beat him. Woo, 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 woo. So I feel like it's gonna be a good back and forth. They're gonna talk about their own resumes and compare and talk shit. I see Verb 2-1. I'm definitely gonna say edge. I don't think it's gonna be a blowout. I don't think anybody gonna get smoked. I don't think it's gonna even be clear. It might even come down to preference. This might be a preference battle. But I got Verb 2-1.
CC, this is going to be the night we see Verb take his second consecutive loss on the URL stage. I believe that out of his last 3 opponents, between Verb, Mook, and Daylight, Verb is probably the most passive-aggressive out of the other 3. Daylight made a return, is aggressive, and is a little more lyrical than Verb is right now, so it was just a difficult matchup. Mook is extremely aggressive, extremely direct. Now, Verb has both of those same attributes. He's lyrical and he can angle, but he's missing the bark. He's missing the bark, and Dracula is going to go away for a little bit, right? This battle's happening at 5 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. It won't be dark out. Daylight savers are probably already start kicking in. There'll be some sun. So we're going to get the gun bar. We're going to get the gun bar king. I don't know what Verb's going to do with all those gun bars. Plus, you got to think, like, Tay Roc's had 2 of his biggest matches ever in 2020. And you can arguably say, like, this is a real sentence. You can arguably say he lost every round in both of those battles. And you're probably not wrong.
Daylight, yes, he got gentleman 30, but he didn't get smoked. Mook, I gave him a round, but that was an edge, and that was after like watching that shit like 10 times because I didn't want to jump out the window quite. Yeah, because I was still surprised that Mook did it because y'all know how I felt.
Listen. I'm not saying he did. I'm just saying somebody will say that he lost to Daylight and Mook 3-0. And I respect that opinion. You know what I'm saying? I respect that opinion. So the point is, you have 2 of your biggest matches ever, and you lost 3 rounds, both of them, right? You could arguably say that.
I got Verb beating Geechee last year. I know that's a debatable.
Yeah, I got Verb beating Geechee as well. I got Verb beating
Geechee, but Verb was more aggressive. But for whatever reason, when he went and battled Cal, he was lyrical spiritual, but it was
enough.
It wasn't enough, especially with somebody like Cal. That's he real like he legit. Okay, if you want to ask about he legit.
Cal, get in there.
Okay, he talked that street talk, and people love it. And the lyrical spiritual, like yes, you got to be able to mix it up. And I thought he did a good job versus Geechee, mixing it up a bit, hitting us with the pin, the bar, a punch. And kind of talking to Geechee a little bit too, like, okay, Geechee, don't act like you just some little super crip and you ain't done, like, you ain't got no little, there's a little shakiness about you too, fella. Okay, but yeah, I think it's gonna be preference. I feel like if Verb can kind of do what he did versus Geechee and not just be pen heavy, because that pen heavy ain't gonna work with Roc, because we also know Roc know how to put on the show. Even in the bubble, he gonna put on the show, and I hope that Tay Roc. And this is not being mean. I'm not trying to slander you. Leave the costume alone this time. Don't do no costume. Yeah, this it doesn't warrant. Just be you. It doesn't warrant this battle. Yeah, just be you.
In fact, you could argue, CC, that maybe replicating the costume was probably why he might have lost to Mook. Because in battle rap, once you make something work once, it never works twice back to back.
Somebody called him Assassin's Creed.
Yeah, they call him Assassin's Creed in here. It's like Ryder's silk shirt.
Vampire, y'all.
Listen, man, I can go down the list. Ryder's silk shirt, John's body language scheme. Like every time somebody tries to replicate a move in their very next battle, it'll never hit.
That's funny.
It's 0 for 100.
Jeez, that's a good point. Now, Daylight mask work, but I think that's not a costume though. I wouldn't consider that a costume. That's something you street mofos do when y'all do dirty and things you ain't got no business doing, that can get you in a lot of trouble. That's the ski mask. But, putting contacts in your eyes and fangs and, what he wore versus Daylight, I didn't mind that. Now, me growing up with my father being a tailor, it needed to be taken in a little bit. It was a little too big for him. But I did not mind it. What he did versus Mook, that was, I get it. It was Halloween. I get it. They battled. That card was on Halloween. But I think it was a little bit too much for most people. Like, okay, bruh. Like, it's a little too much. Gray hoodie, that's cool. But that's not a costume. Gray hoodie looks, that's not a costume. I'm talking about a costume. That's why I say what he wore versus Day was fine. Like, even with the context, it's like, okay, whatever. That's what you want to do, cool. But
Well, everybody in this audience, including you and I, that are paying $7.99 a month for some more battles. We got some battles on the app. Shout out to some of the recent drops. JC versus Riggz just dropped on the app. Ooh. And JC versus Riggz, that was a goodie. That was a good battle. Did you guys like it? What you guys think of JC versus Riggz? We're going to get into some of these app battles. Salute to Easy the Block Captain.
Happy New Year, dickhead.
Thank you for the prop. JC 30. It said JC Riggz was fire. It said it was dope, amazing. Riggz 2-1, JC 2-1. That battle was fire.
Riggz, salute to Riggz though. Salute to Riggz because I like him and I really want to see him do more this year. I really hope that Smack keep him on the roster for the year. I like Riggz.
I would really encourage Riggz. I know we haven't gotten to this point yet, but I just want to say I would really encourage Riggz to take advantage of the fact that he had a good battle with JC, went toe to toe, showed some personality. He's probably showed the most personality there, aside from like any of his bullpen battles. Take advantage, bro.
Hat off.
Take advantage, bro. Go on a little market run. Go hit up some media outlets. Go pop shit on Twitter. Like, you can't just have these performances and stay quiet.
Yeah, Riggz, this is when you got to get in your bag and get a little bit more aggressive and elevate yourself, because you got the fans on your side, but fans, we get fickle, we got ADHD, we be forgetting you, and as much as we love what you did on the last card, there's always going to be another battle, and guess what we're going to do? We're going to talk about everybody on that next battle, and then if you keep on letting us forget about you, you're going to be a distant memory, so definitely take advantage of the fact that you got people paying attention to you, because you got me, you got my attention. I've been saying that since he battled Drugs because I didn't understand why after he beat Drugs he wasn't getting stuff. I'm like, what?
Well, I held him accountable because you beat Drugs gets from Nitty, and fine, maybe you're looking like, oh, I deserve that plate. But just because the plate that you want was given to somebody else doesn't mean you go eat somewhere else that's not as good. You get Prez Mafia. Like, what are you doing with that? Like, just because there's a line to the halal spot and now you can't get halal food doesn't mean you go to the dollar pizza spot. Like,
what the halal?
Yeah,
the what?
The halal food. Halal food.
Halal food. Okay.
Yeah, taking Prez Mafia was one of the strangest decisions I've ever seen. It almost made me feel like he does not have like a PR rep or anybody to talk to him about these moves because it's just like you killed your own momentum with this. Like,
I mean, a lot of these guys probably don't got not everybody it's like Bonds that got a manager and a good manager. Okay, shout out to Ref, a good manager, or Av. I forget his manager's name, but Ab got a good manager too. A lot of these guys do need a little bit of help because it's a lot to book your own battles, do your own social media 24/7, book your own interviews. A lot of y'all want to get into music, take care of your whole music career on your own, which is hard to do. And then you got interviews, you got a promo, you got to move around, and you got life. That's a lot.
On top, and you didn't even mention getting prepared for. You didn't even mention getting prepared for the battle. Like, so you just mentioned all the aesthetics that come around with the brand of being an artist. But I want to implore all these artists, like, get a team, get somebody behind you, because guess what? In the industry, there's no way an artist is all the way creative and administrative. It's just not possible for the brain. One thing is going to suffer, whether their marketing or their administration or their distribution or the way they handle their brand is going to suffer, or the creativity and the content is not going to be what up to its standard. So,
good morning, Anwar. Good morning, everybody. If you're just tuning in,
you got to grind. Says Easy. You got to grind. Very few can do the grind like that, because if everybody was like Easy, you'll see a bunch of Easies, wouldn't you? That's why Easy's special, because there's not a lot of people like him.
He gonna be Rookie of the Year.
He
was.
I thought the first two rounds were debatable, but JC's third round will resonate with me for the rest of that battle. That third round was insane.
He had me clenching my pearls. I was like, ooh. Oh, he talking. He not talking.
You don't know how to eat. You don't know how to eat off the app in a pandemic. Everybody got delivery now. What?
Was that you in the background again? You had me doing it. I sounding like the Pillsbury Doughboy. Upstairs, bro.
Oh man.
Yo, yeah, JC definitely got him winning, but I definitely did like Riggz second. I feel like he finally woke up. His first was a little too calm for me. I thought he didn't really warm up until the second, but when he took that hat off and did like the T-Rex hat and started shaking his dreads, I was like, oh, he woke up now. He woke.
Yeah, he goes when he was like, it's just words, it's words, it's words. I was like, there you go.
Oh.
Show that personality, man.
Yeah, I like Riggz, and I thought he had a good third. It's levels, and JC just took off. He took off. He was in one of the stratospheres. He left. He wasn't there no more. But yeah, that Suge bar was fire, Marla. Even Suge came to the door like.
Suge was like, word? And Suge just pointed the middle finger. He's like, yeah.
Right. He did.
That was a moment. That was a moment.
Yeah. Shout out to Riggz. Like I said, I want to see more of him this year. I hope Smack. I feel like he had a good 2020. We talked about it already. Maybe he could have promo more and got a little bit more opportunities, but hopefully
it's never too late. It's never
too late. You started off kind of the new year with a bang with this drop. I know that happened last year, but it dropped this year. So, look, keep that momentum going.
Yeah, man. Salutes to JC and Riggz, man. And also, Danger Zone and ORED just dropped yesterday, and everybody saw it. Everybody was a little unsatisfied, to say the least. To be politically correct.
Oh, I wish Vlad was here because he'd be like, y'all wasn't listening. Danger Zone got to do so much more to get a reaction or have y'all listen to him. Oh, I'm not trying to hear this shit today. No. Red too. I'm more disappointed with All Red.
This is the only thing I want to say about this battle.
True.
3 out of Red's last 4 battles on URL, he's choked. Right? So in 12 rounds, CC, he's choked in 7 out of his last 12 rounds on the league. That's not okay. This is not okay, bro. That's just.
There you go, Anwar. He did the math. 75%. But then you get mad when people be like, "Oh, you don't choke on RBE though, or you don't choke on these other in these other leagues, but you come to URL and you drop the bag." Like, you can't get mad when it's 75%, bruh. Men lie, women lie, numbers don't. Oh,
we got to come all the way clean. Him battling Geechee, like. I think he was a little more lucky to get that opportunity because he battled Danny and shit the bed there completely. Choked every round against Danny. Got Geechee Gotti maybe 3-4 months later. Good battle. Then it gets JC at the top of Genesis. He requested to be on this card and showed up with no rounds.
Well, like I said, I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. I would think you will make sure you are prepared. Anywhere. I don't care if you battling on URL, Gates of the Garden. Like, y'all got to be prepared. So, but let's also be real. This is URL. This is the top league. Okay? And you know from experience that Smack, he will move on if he's not happy with what you're giving him. Pause. You know what I'm saying? Especially when he got young talent putting in work. He got these rookies out here smoking vets. You're like, he not gonna waste no time with no vet that don't care. He not.
You know, there's
and maybe there might be 1 or 2 exceptions, but already you not that exception. I'm just being honest with you.
You know, there's something that resonated with me recently. Drugs said something on Battle Rap Trap where he said, in this pandemic era with URL, they're booking events very frantically, right? Because because of rules, regulations, anything could happen. Somebody could get COVID and the battle or an event could get canceled. So URL tries their best to book battles with battlers they can rely on. And the more Red's becoming unreliable, the more likely we will not see him on URL.
Look. I'm telling you, Red, and the thing is, we know Red can be better than this. Like if we knew that Red was a waste of space, or is one of these vets that are taking up space and they need to sit down and move aside and let these younger talent come through and build, this would be a whole different conversation. I wouldn't even be talking this much. But we know Red is better than this, and we know that he can do better than this. And if he was just overbooking himself last year, then like real talk, you got to do a better job picking and choosing these battles, because like it's hurting your stock. Like your stock is dropping. Like you might do, like it goes up when you go on these other leagues and do better, but then it's like you take 2 steps forward and then 10 steps back every time you go to URL. It's not working for you, bro. Like you got to do better. Like you literally just standing up there freestyling for almost 3 rounds, and it's like we know when you're freestyling, Red.
CJC says, I want to address this before we move on. CJC says Danny choked a couple times and he's okay now. CJC, Danny Myers battled 18 times in 2020. You know how many times Red battled in 2020? I'll give you a hint. It's like 1/3 of that. He battled 5 times and choked 2 times out of those 5 battles. Danny Myers choked 2 times in 18 battles. It's not comparable. See, look at this, CC. I'm defending Danny. I'm acting different now.
You know what? We got one battle rapper that you got that hate out your heart for, but you know the one. I have been working hard to get that one, and I will not say their name because I don't want to start, but you know, y'all, we got a lot of work ahead of us with this one particular person.
Ski says Danny is an essential worker. That's incredible. But moving on to Jersey, although Red is jerseying out, there's somebody from Jersey that's going to try to put an end to this. His name is Real Sick. He's caught the radar of a bunch of people. He's caught the radar of a bunch of people. We had A-Ward on the show yesterday. A-Ward said he would love to battle him, right? A lot of other names are circulating, but one name in particular called him out. Daylight says he wants to battle Real Sick. Now, everything Daylight says you have to take it with a grain of salt, right? Because Daylight just plants seeds and walks away. He walks away from it, but this is a seed I want you to plant. Pause. That does sound crazy.
You wildin'.
Just water this and let this tree grow and come back to it later. Let it marinate. But Daylight versus Real Sick, is this something you want to see in the future? What's the temperature out here? Light versus Sick, Real Sick versus Daylight. Hardcore Flavor says he's trolling again. He might be trolling, man, but
I don't care.
I gotta fill up these content slots, man. So I'm getting real sick of Daylight lying. It's a good one.
Yeah.
Not before he battles Shine. That's good. Down the road.
I agree.
He needs more seasoning. I'll tell you this much. Whether it's Real Sick or Kid Chaos, doesn't have to be now, just has to be in the future. I would love to see Daylight against one of those rookies. And I think he likes them all.
Ooh, yeah, KC. That would be, yeah.
KC has said it. Daylight is like the pinnacle of what his style is like. So.
And when he finally evolves to that top level, KC and Real Sick, as far as like the pen people, like the pen battlers, it's already spooky right now with them. But it's really gonna get dark. It might get dark.
Yeah, I don't ever want to put words in Kid Chaos'
It's gonna
mouth.
be unfair. But
I will say this much: I feel like Daylight would be an end game match for him. Like he's like, yo, this is one of the last bosses of my career. So, but Sick and Daylight, I love Sick and Daylight a lot. I just feel like it will kind of have the same outcome as like Rock and Daylight, where like Sick is rapping, he's scheming, he's punching, but because Daylight is so much more intricate, we're just gonna gravitate towards that.
I mean, right now, like we know Daylight. When Daylight is 100, Daylight is arguably unbeatable. Like he's unbeatable, arguably. So, but again, Sick and KC and the rest of these rookies, like they're up there. Don't get me wrong. And they've been able to do and hold their class on a higher level than we've seen in a long time. But that's God tier. That's God tier. Like y'all smoke some of these vets, high mid tiers or top tiers. I don't know if y'all want to consider, we just argue about Danny being top tier. I think he top tier. But, now we talk about God sphere. Okay. So, yeah. I'm not jumping out the window saying Sick could be daylight. I ain't gonna say that yet.
I'm just saying. All I'm saying is
some other people first before we just throw him in there.
All we're saying is this is a penny stock we'll put money towards, and we hope that it blows up later. That's it. It's that simple. I would love for this match to go down in the future. Whether it's
but anything, definitely take that as a compliment, Sick, because for even Daylight to even mention you. Like that's respect, because he just don't call out anybody. You know what I'm saying?
That's a whole fact. A-Ward also called out Sick when he was on my show last night, but he also said some more interesting words that I really want to dive into. He gave a little breakdown about the Grand Prix, Saynt and Marv. He said it's a really difficult match. He actually was kind of torn. He couldn't pick a winner, but he wanted to let it be known that if King of the Dot had a rookie class, it will be just as talented as URLs. And he said Saynt is just as good as all of these URL rookies.
Say it again for the people in the back. Y'all know how I feel about my boo-boo Saynt. Say it again for the people in the back. Yes. I like this. Cap.
Saynt isn't getting respected because he's on King of the Dot.
That's a fact.
No, it's not. I don't believe that, honestly, says Mr. J Flow. Do you guys agree with A-Ward's take that Saynt is just as good as these URL rookies? What do you guys have to say? Hang on a little bit. I gotta warm up. I hope Saynt wins 50K this Sunday. Nope. I don't know. Tata says yes. CJC says nah. J Flow said his PG wasn't it.
Y'all doing a lot right now.
A lot of people are not respected on King of the Dot. Take it easy, Slow-Mo 703. Take it easy. I don't think Saynt is as good as the top URL guys. Bang, says JB. Bang! Now he stumbles too much, says Savage. Hardcore Flavor says we need to see it on that stage to decide. We won't know till he's on URL. I need him versus Comp to leave King of the Dot quick. Look at you guys. Easy versus Saynt versus Easy. Sick of Chaos would be fire. Saynt could definitely beat Rubando. Oh my god.
Toxic.
Oh Lord have mercy.
Yo, he will definitely beat Rubando. I'll second that.
Saynt versus Profilini.
Thank you, Slow-Mo. Thank you, Slow-Mo 703. Y'all bugging if y'all think Saynt can't hang in URL. He sure can, and that's why Smacking them been, they've been making phone calls and stuff, just to drop a little bit of something. So we not gonna do that. We're not gonna act like Saynt he only got a buzz in KOTD and everybody else in the battle rap community just think he getting gassed up and he not that good. We not about to do that because leagues have been calling my boy. They have been calling my boy. So we're not doing that.
Cece, do you agree with A-Ward's take that Saynt is just as good as all these URL rookies?
I do agree with that. I think for the fact that he was in the tournament and he now in the finals fighting a legend, Marv, for 50K says a lot. For him to beat Disaster and not just beat him fairly, but beat him in a tournament where we had shaky judging. Okay, says a lot more to me too. And also before the tournament, he was doing his thing on KOTV. Like he been around for a minute. Like, and I know all the rookies have been around for a minute, and a lot of times we call them rookies because now we're paying attention to them, But Saynt he one of them people who has been putting in work, and not just on the West Coast scene, but just overall. Like he been on KOTV for a minute now. So y'all not about to do that to my boy. I agree. And I would love to see Saynt start battling outside of KOTV, but I get it. It's business, and he's not trying to burn no fences. He's trying to make the smart strategic move. But I agree with A-Ward that eventually I definitely would want to see him battle these rookies that we love and our URL contract and all that other stuff. So, yeah.
I hate to be that guy, but I'm going to reserve my judgment till after the Grand Prix. solely because the Grand Prix tournament had a whole variation of competition levels. He battled RX and Disaster in the same run, and no disrespect to neither of those two, they're not on the same level. And that's the beauty of these kind of tournaments where you can battle competition. So it's probably ranked a little lower and also battle somebody that's very high level, as opposed to UM1 where all the rookies were at the exact same playing field battling their peers, right? So if Saynt beats two legends, he's going to do something that none of these other rookies could say they have done or possibly can't get the opportunity to do. So that is going to hold a lot of weight for me. If he loses in the finals, obviously he still had a good run, but I want to see if he can get it done. If he can get it done, he officially has something to hold over all of them, physically and tangible, a title and money to say, I'm better than all these rookies.
You said, what did you say when you say RX and Disaster? What did you say?
I said they're not at the same level.
As what?
As far as competition, skill.
Diz is not high competition?
RX isn't. Diz is.
Okay, I thought you said
and I love
Diz are not.
I love RX.
I'm like, wait a minute.
We love RX here, but we're not putting RX and Disaster in the same battle rap sentence. That's just we love RX. This is just two different planets. It's two different stratospheres there.
Look, I'm not about to do that because guess what? Saynt did not pick and choose who he was going to battle and what bracket and all that stuff. That's out of his control, just like everybody else was on that tournament. That was out of all their control. Well, maybe not you. But, okay, so we're not about to act like Saynt, just like with the whole Offen Madness. These guys... Well, that was a little shaky too because they did pull cards right for the first one. The first one was the cards.
No, the second one was the cards. The first one was
the cards.
First one was just completely random. We didn't know. The second one was the cards.
The first one was completely random. So, like I said, we're not about to act like, oh well, fines. He's your competition. That's not his fault. Smack said these are the people you got to go through to win, and he went through them. Pause. And why? Like, we're not about to do that.
That's a good point. That's a good point. You're not in control of the competition, so you shouldn't be penalized for not having the competition at a higher level that people will probably want. So I agree there. But at that moment, CC, if with wins and losses, it becomes a sport. And in sports, people only care about the results. And if Saynt's results lead to a $50K bag, a world title belt, and a tournament victor, he makes history. And he literally has something to hold over everybody. Literally. And then the conversation becomes very controversial after that. If you fall short, it's gonna be like Patrick Beverly and Paul George laughing at Dame Lillard. Oh, everybody gonna be laughing at Saynt, making fun of him, even though he made it all the way to the finals. So he needs to win.
But I definitely understand why everybody is being like, okay, I don't want to jump out the window, but we're not about to act like Saynt is not a young talent that is good, and his ceiling is very high, and he has been putting in work, and he has been showing up to battles and winning, especially when people didn't think he was going to win. And he's been doing better than a lot of people thought he was going to do. And he's even said it himself. A lot of people had him written off, especially after that Geechee battle. And mind you, he is only 22 years old. And that Geechee battle was a couple years ago. He was a teen battling Geechee Gotti. Okay.
A full-grown crip.
Okay, we're not about to do that. We're not about to do that. And yeah, he lost that battle, but he could have sat out and be like, man, I don't want to do this no more.
Little Reggie's on
You're
cue.
trying to set me up. I don't want to do this no more. Little
Reggie is on cue. He says, Saynt is not as good as Sick, Easy, or Kid Chaos. Please stop it.
I didn't say he's not. I didn't say that he was better than all of them. I'm saying that we're not going to act like he can't hang with them. We're not going to act like he's not just as good as them. Okay, we're not about to do that. We don't know. We don't know because all we have seen him battle is KOTD talent. But I think that he can come over here and make some noise. I really want to see Saynt on URL.
Yeah, I do.
But
too.
I give Saynt credit because he's giving KOTD a breath of life that they need. We forgetting that point. He breathed life into KOTD.
That's a good point. Because I'm going to say this much before we get off on this topic. If you switch Saynt's position with any rookie, you pick a rookie, Easy, Chaos, Sick, Fonz, can they carry a whole nother league? Because that's what Saynt's about to start doing soon, right? If he wins this tournament, the league is his.
We just got done saying during this Grand Prix that KOTD will be dumb to allow any league to contract Saynt and hold him where he can't go back to KOTD. Like, they would be fools.
Reggie says they cheer for anything. Of course they could carry the league. Oh, man.
Reggie, we just see.
Yo, Cece,
now we gonna start butting heads.
This audience right here, we have our live audience. They're gonna come for our necks if Saynt loses the finals.
If Saynt wants to do it, by all means, he a grown ass man. I don't tell grown ass men where they can and can't go to get that bag. But we all know that there's politics in this battle rap shit. Okay, we know that leagues have been blocking battles. We're not gonna act like it's just easy for Saynt to be like, "Hey, I'm gonna come over here and do a quick little battle on URL." We know we're not about to act like there is not no politics in this, and he's not trying to burn no bridges. And he's smart. He's smart. He knows what he's doing.
All right, so CC, you know I have my battle rap radar on, right, all the time. I'm always paying attention to little cryptic quotes, interviews that are surfacing, and I'm very attentive to when a battle rapper is tweeting, right? Because that's when we know matches are secretly booked and they're starting the little fake promo before the real promo, right? The secret promo, as I like to call it. J400 has been on interviews talking about B-Dot and Suge. He says here in regards to B-Dot, what big crowds has B-Dot ever rocked? What, at Traffic? He was the first battle of the night. Of course they were going to cheer from him. Jada Nightwing is here discrediting B-Dot. And he's saying...
Jay the Nightwing?
No, J400 block. J400 block.
I thought you said Jay the Nightwing. If you didn't, I apologize.
It's okay.
I was about to say, damn, Jay.
Just to clarify, J400 block has been weighing in on B-Dot and Suge, saying it doesn't matter if you guys think that Suge is not as lyrical because Suge beat people in small rooms. I'm not sure.
Well,
if I
that's
agree.
His cousin. He gonna stand for his lyrics.
He's got to ride with his, right?
He gonna ride for. I mean, that's the set and that's fam. You're not gonna just allow no West Coast man to disrespect your peoples. I mean, so I hear what J400 is saying.
So Jay saying all of this leads me to believe, is B-Dot and Shotgun Suge booked?
I hope, sorta, yeah.
It feels like it.
Let's talk. Let's throw it to the people first.
Shotgun Suge and B-Dot, I think it's booked. This is my battle rap radar. I don't know anything. You know what I'm saying? I'm not this Illuminati guy that you guys think I am. I promise you.
You're the battle rap Illuminati?
Oh, I'm not a part of it. But B-Dot versus Shotgun Suge. Yeah, they also did the face-off on... Listen, I'll say this much. Every single face-off you've seen on DNA's platform becomes a battle.
Well, shout out to DNA booking these battles.
I'm not saying he's booking them. I'm just saying the correlation is that he's 100% from the field for face-off and battles. So
that should be a stat. Let's make that a stat. Yeah. DNA is 100%.
that is a good statistic there. He's almost taking Jay Black's job a little bit. He's cornering the market, our face-offs, and it's working. It's working.
Look, I love what DNA is doing too. I think he's done if you would have asked me before Caffeine, could DNA do face-offs and stuff? I'd be like, wow, we got Jay Black. Like, we don't need nobody to do like.
Now you almost want a DNA face-off and a Jay Black face-off.
He kind of won me over a little bit because I mean, look,
he's doing his fucking job.
He's doing a great job.
All right, let's read the chat. Suge will get 30'd. Suge will choke from being too excited. Yikes. Wow. Suge needs the crowd. B-Dot's about to end Suge's career. Sheesh. I hope not. Suge is terrible. Why are you so critical of Suge? Suge is washed. B Dot is nice. B Dot said even when the crowds come back, he still won't be. Shotgun Suge still won't be relevant. Is that how you guys feel about Shotgun Suge and B Dot? Like Suge has zero chance. Get Suge the F out of here. Suge sucks. If Suge chokes, we gotta pack him up. Suge's about to smoke B Dot. Y'all tripping. This is just one comment, bro. Suge, just one comment. Shotgun Suge is trash. Wow. Shotgun hasn't beaten a pen guy yet. This is all the chat, by the way. If you're listening to the audio version, this is not me saying all this. This is the chat. Suge beat Nundo. Suge's material ages like milk, says Dev the Demon. Dev the Demon. You know what else ages like milk? Your takes on your own performances.
Oh, Dad was talking. Oh, shut up.
We ain't forget. We ain't forget.
We ain't forget. Something about how. Okay, first of all, he said that let's talk battle rap. We family, so that might be out the window. we ain't gonna be fam no more. And he said something about you, friends, but I was in between dozing off and everything because y'all be late. I be, time difference. So.
Mm-hmm. We're giving Suge credit for beating Nun now. That's what we're doing. Wow. Take it easy, guys. Nun has earned his respect in this game, all right?
I mean, we can't be like...
Nun changed his brand this year, okay? And, hey, Cece, Nun might be a better battle rapper than Suge in 2020. I'm just saying.
Well, he had a better year than Suge. But I want to say he's an overall better battler than Suge.
In 2020?
In 2020, he had a better year. Yes, yeah. I will say that. Nun had a better year than Suge because Suge definitely dropped the ball one too many times for me as a fan of Suge. And I don't want to see that no more. 2020, put it behind you, Suge. And 2021, do better, please. Especially if you do get B-Dot. Because, I mean, if you ask me, he was looking crazy last year. If you bring 2020 Suge to face B-Dot, I don't care if it's 2035, you about to look crazy. You're gonna get smoked, and you're gonna want to deactivate your Twitter.
It's gonna get like that. It's gonna get like that.
It's gonna get nasty, and I don't think he's gonna like it because I've been noticing it too, and he's been going back and forth between fans saying that he did not choke, and that he may have had a short round in Jersey, but he did not choke. But again, it's like Suge, you know how battle rap works. You know how long these rounds are. You know how much material you need to get to and through a round. Okay? Like, Bubble Suge has not been working. The bubble has not been working for Suge. It's not hitting the same. And I don't know. That's why I'm on the fence about this battle being booked. Because I don't know. I feel like it might just be a waste of time. And this is not the first time that Suge has asked for a pin and it has backfired in his face, and he has underestimated these pins like a JC or a Nitty or whoever. Like it just does not always go his way. So I don't see it changing especially without no crowd. Like maybe he does need a crowd. I don't know, but yeah, I want to see Suge. I want to see Suge be the comeback kid of 2021. That's what I'm hoping.
So there's this thing in battle rap, I call it confirmation bias, right? And it's where you create a stigma, a reputation for yourself, and even when you're not necessarily falling into the categories that applies to that reputation, because it's close enough, people are going to confirm that it is that, right? So yeah, he had a stumble against Hands. It wasn't a choke, but people are going to call it a choke because they're so used to seeing you choke. You've choked 11 out of your 34 battles in URL. You know what I mean? So they're not going to give you that leeway off rip. You know what I'm saying? People like JC, who has stumbles, doesn't really choke. If he stumbles, people will forgive it because they're not used to seeing these things. You know what I mean? Confirmation bias. Because Suge has his reputation, people are always going to associate that with him. As far as him battling B-Dot in the bubble, yeah, the odds are against him. He's definitely a huge underdog. But I want to say this so much to B-Dot, though. It feels like B-Dot will be cherry picking in this battle, knowing how much of a favorite he is. He can get upset. That's all I'm saying. If he were to get upset, then what? Then we're gonna look at like, wait, what happened here? Weren't you? You asked for this. Weren't you supposed to handle business? I've seen cherry picking go wrong many times in battle rap, So I'm just holding my breath.
I mean, I don't see it being really much of a cherry pick if Suge was the main one, just go like making it a point to battle him. Like at some point, it's like, okay, bruh, suit up. What you want to do? You think it's sweet over here? All right, suit up. See what you can do. That's what I think happened with this case. And B-Dot, he said it a couple of times. He said it many times last year. He went to smoke. Okay. But I also want to, man, I just want B-Dot to shut up this narrative that he can't, like, he can't do crowds, and he's only good right now because of the bubble, and everybody right now is bar heavy because there's no, performance. I mean, it's still kind of there, but people ain't really riding to shake a room like we was when everything was open. But I just want him to kill that narrative, and Suge, he's one of the main ones pushing that narrative. So I want to kind of see him.
B-Dot will kill that narrative once people in Atlanta stop going to clubs every damn week, and maybe this pandemic could slow down in this country. B-Dot will have the opportunity to put an end to that narrative. But I want to answer this question here. Dev the Demon says, "Who has Shotgun Suge clearly beat in the last 2 years?" And I have a name for you, sir.
Who?
Shotgun Suge clearly beat a name that you could not clearly beat, and his name is Franchise.
Ooh, and he slid in some slander towards you, Dev. Yeah, y'all gonna have to air this out on the show, because I it's getting spicy.
Dev 2-1. Any early votes we need seats?
Tata. I hear you, Tata, because B-Dot had that battle with JC, and I definitely got JC cleared, and I definitely did not feel like B-Dot was good, but it just, it wasn't his best. But I hear what everybody's saying, but I just feel like B-Dot could do it if he just don't allow the narrative and past battles like deter him. I really feel like B-Dot can be great on stage, but if you just gonna bow out,
I want to ask the people out there. 2021 is the top of the year. It's been the first 5 days of the year. We have our first battle rap event this weekend. So battle rap is back full and live for 2021. But what are some dream matches that you guys want to see take place this year? What are some battles? Could be any tier. Throw it out there. I don't care. Is this your fantasy? What are some dream battles that the audience wants to see in the year 2021? Vixen versus Official, Arsonal versus Sick, Cuban versus Surf, France versus Dev in 2021.
It's gonna go down.
I'm already killing you now. I'm already up 1-0. Twerk versus Roc. Shouts to Dev. I fuck with Dev though. Twerk versus Roc, Flames versus Nitty, Lux versus Chilla, Rum versus anybody. Well, Tata, don't worry. You get a Rum battle in less than 5 days. All right. Need Twerk and Nitty in the 2-on-2 versus anybody. Okay. A Ward and Losa versus NWX. Easy versus Goods.
I
like that one.
Easy versus Goods.
I like that one. Mook versus Surf. I didn't think about that neither. That's a goodie. Good job, Skis. Good job. CJC says Rum versus Khan. Perkins says Twerk versus Brooklyn Hands.
Twerk versus Brooklyn Hands.
People want to see a Brooklyn Hands battle in 2021, by choice. Like that's the thing.
Man. No, I wasn't gonna go that far. I was just gonna say I feel like Hands will have to put in some big battles and put in some work before you get a Twerk. That's all I'm saying. That's what I was gonna go with it.
Surf versus Twerk, Easy versus Franchise. I feel like Easy's above Franchise now, which is kind of crazy to say. Twerk versus Av, Cassidy versus Conceited, France versus Miss Hustle. Hey, that could probably happen. More Queen of Ring events. Next versus Twerk, Holmesy and Sick. Well, you're pushing the young brother, man. You're pushing the young brother. I see you, man. Clips versus anybody. Cassidy versus Riggz, just a face-off. Swamp versus T-Top. Yoshi versus Arsonal. Don't act like you wasn't fanning over him versus Suge, France.
Ooh, I already know who that came from. That came from Perk.
Hands is alright. Hands is alright, but I don't want to see him versus Twerk. Heart versus Flames. I definitely want to see that. Av versus Roc. That's toxic. Leave that alone. That's mad dramatic. That's just mad dramatic for no reason.
I mean, we love a little messy battle, but we want to hear some personals.
Miss Hustle
you want to hear it, and it's toxic.
Miss Hustle versus Yoshi G will probably be one of Yoshi's easiest battles ever. Clips versus Your Honor. Versus T-Rex. Arsonal versus Mike P. Big K versus Av. That we need.
Alexis.
Yoshi versus Caution. Yoshi's a little bit above Caution's pay grade right now. Shine versus Briz.
Eminem
versus Logic. Who's this guy?
Smack can book Eminem versus Logic. Can nobody say nothing about URL, period.
Bonnie versus Math. I actually really want to see Bonnie versus Math.
I said it last year. Y'all been battling each other for 4 years on social media. Y'all might as well get a bag. Y'all might as well get a bag for him. Mm-hmm. Casey versus Vixen. I like that.
Caution battle Gattas. Slow down. Yeah. She battled Gattas where? On how many rounds was that battle? Yeah, let's talk about it.
Look, Benzino has already been dead because of Eminem and Shady Records. I don't know who undid Benzino from his grave, but what Roy said to him on Twitter about his daughter, he put him back in that grave.
Hey, Cece, let me read this. Bigfoot
he
Tracker.
Put him back in that grave.
Bigfoot Tracker, who said Eminem versus Logic, says, I don't know about battle rap on here, but I like the vibes. We appreciate that, Bigfoot Tracker. Everybody in the chat, they're really nice people. They're nice people sometimes until you disagree with them. Then they become savages. But
Boston, you took an L in the early 2000s when your boy tried to disrespect my man's daughter, and now he out here again. Y'all taking another L, Boston. Y'all better tell Benzino to shut the hell up. He making y'all look crazy out here in these streets. Ain't nobody was even worried about Benzino. This is how the first beef started. Ain't nobody worried.
I've seen a lot of Hustle. Hustle versus Casey. Hustle versus Jada. Y'all really want to see mediocrity again. Twerk versus Nitty. Twerk and Nitty versus Hitman and Shine. Good morning.
He ain't part of Boston. Well,
Verb versus Sick. Kid Chaos versus B-Dot. I kind of like those. I'm disappointed. Not one person in the chat, and I'm gonna scroll up just to confirm this. I'm disappointed. Nobody said B-Dot and Real Sick. I didn't see not one B-Dot and Real Sick.
I was gonna say that. I was gonna say, did people say Cal and Geechee?
No, nobody said Cal and Geechee.
Well, that's mine, Cal and Geechee.
Hardcore Flavor. Nobody want to see that.
Want to see what? Which one?
What? Real Sick and B-Dot? Inject that in my veins. I need that battle.
Here you go. Ah!
I need that battle.
Wow! Oh! Yeah, we're not making merch that says "inject it in my veins." We're not going to make merch with that saying. So kill it, friends.
All right, man. Let's put a ribbon on this with this topic here, CC. Our girl, friend of the show, a good friend of ours as well. RX will be battling this weekend. Has a major plate on King of the Dot. She'll be battling Gattas. Gattas makes her King of the Dot return after many, many, many years off of battle rap. Will be her second battle after returning to battle rap. And I want to ask the people, man. Gattas is clearly one of the greatest, more experienced, even in her years of rust. So she's the favorite in this battle because RX is the one trying to make her legacy. How can RX beat Gattas? I want to ask that to the audience.
Oh, I ain't forget that skis.
Is Gattas a major plate? I mean, Gattas is a major plate, especially.
Yeah.
Gattas is a plate, bro. On a major league with 3 rounds, all right? I'm not going to look at no 1-rounder down south where everybody's screaming at the top of their lungs. Like, that's not going to help anybody. I don't think RX has enough energy for Gattas. If Gattas chokes every round, yikes. Actually have a personality. RX is robotic, yikes. Oh, I just wanted to get this RX slander off. That's what y'all wanted to do here.
That's what we doing in 2021.
Y'all slandering all the beautiful ladies. What's happening here?
Well, beauty is not enough in battle rap.
Clearly. RX have to flirt with Gattas to get the win. God damn.
Disrespectful.
She got to have energy and perform. RX can rap. That's all she can do. She's boring. Nobody wants to see this. Wow. RX needs to have that same energy for coffee and 3 rounds. Now listen here. If somebody finds the bag of the book RX and coffee, I'll be in the building.
I might have to take a trip to LA.
I'll be in the building for that.
I might have to go to Copping. We're going to Copping.
Right. We love RX, but Gattas is different. RX, look, it's fine. I'm actually okay with everybody picking her to lose because that's what I was expecting anyway.
Yeah.
That's why I asked, how can she beat Gattas? Because I don't think many of you would expect her to beat Gattas. So CC, I'll ask you, how do you think RX could beat Gattas? Like, what's the game plan here?
And this is not being harsh on me because RX, that's my boo. But she cannot be sloppy. She cannot be stumbling and choking and being like, oh, shoot, I lost my train of thought.
That's fair.
Let's run it back. She can't do that. She's going to have to really put her best foot forward with this battle because, and Gattas, she has a history of applying that pressure and making people kind of, start messing up. She has a way to apply that pressure. And if she's shaky, it's gonna be bad for her. It's not gonna look good for RX. So she got to be confident in what she got. She got to perform it. And we seen highlights of what RX can do. I just need her to put that in 3 rounds in 1 battle. Because sometimes she be like this during the battle. She got to be consistent. Yes, highlights. She got to be consistent, and she got to be consistent from start to finish. For real. Because she was doing good versus Saynt. She really was doing good versus Saynt, and then she messed up, and she did good versus my verse. Okay, I think even her and Geechee, even though it was that baby shower event, I thought what she was doing versus Geechee was pretty solid too. Like, she has potential. She just got to figure out a way to put it all into the set. Just like with Yoshi. Yoshi thing was, her first rounds will be crazy. But then it started dipping off from the second to the third. And Yoshi has found a way to be more consistent from round 1 to round 3. Okay? RX, she got to keep it clean and get her rounds off. Because Gattas, she going to apply that pressure. I don't want to see her get flustered.
All right, so I'll say this, right? Off rip, there will be concern, right? Because in 2 out of her 3 King of the Dot battles, she's choked. So that would be that is an alarming rate, right? But because that happened at an alarming rate, you can assure that there's some confidence in preparation, so that could be avoided. 2, I really don't think she's gotten the matchups that she's really, really desired. Like, Myverse on the return is dope, but her and Myverse are really good friends. She battled Saynt, and that was really short prep time. I'm pretty sure she would regret taking a battle in that much prep time. Gattas, one of the greatest, is a name she's wanted for a long time. She's called out Gattas for years now, and she's finally getting Gattas. RX has a pen. She has bars. And one thing that she kind of also has a little bit too, she can rebuttal. She rebuttal in the Myverse battle. If she gets back into that bag, stays clean.
Yeah, that's a good point.
And all it takes sometimes is just one performance to change the landscape of your reputation. And especially with everybody here having such low expectations of her, it looks like it's not going to be much for her to be able to change all you guys' opinions on Sunday. I think she just follows the game plan. goes bar heavy, tries to rebuttal in the battle. But more importantly, I don't know who you're sparring with. I don't know who's in your camp, but definitely feel free to engage with your peers because they are a little more battle tested and active than you are. So they're going to help you in areas that you don't have yourself right now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. I got high hopes for RX. But I've always liked it, Gattas. I've always liked her, and you know, a lot of people felt some type of way about her 1 round versus Lady Caution, but I said it's gonna be enough for her to dust the rust off, make sure that she knows that she can hang with what battle rap is today, because it has very much changed for the ladies, just like the men. You know, in the early 2010s and stuff. So
people also forgetting Gattas battled Lady Caution in Atlanta for 1 round. You have to battle RX in the West for 3. What if Gattas doesn't have the? I mean, she probably will, but there's a chance that maybe in those 3 rounds she starts to take a decline in any of those rounds. She didn't do a 3-round battle. Anybody can come back and look good for 1 round. Literally anybody.
I think Gattas will be fine. I don't think that would be a problem for her, to be honest. And it wasn't like her first round was pretty solid. That 1 round she had for Gattas, it wasn't just no little quick little 3-minute, like, okay, I'm here, give me my bag. Like I can see that she put effort into that. Like she took it serious, and she said on the show when we had her after the battle, she had a lot of respect for Lady Caution. She's still in tune with battle rap, even though we don't really see her like that anymore.
She's always in tune. She's always studying the game,
right?
Tips, for sure.
So she and I'm pretty sure again she's battle tested. She got a high battle rap IQ. Gattas know better than to walk into somebody's, shit, and then act like, oh, I don't have to prepare for this girl. I'm not about to watch her battles. I'm just gonna come in there and do whatever, and I'll be fine.
I'm taking notes. I'm saving this entire chat history for everybody that is talking hot, because the following week, if they have a fire battle, y'all can be like, oh, that battle was better than I expected. That was a good battle. RX was fire. Gattas was fire. They set the year off.
I love RX.
CJ said we won't, but okay. Listen, I've seen you guys change your opinion before. I've seen it with my eyes. I've seen it. All right.
So 2021 is going to be the year of receipts on this show. We are going to save receipts on y'all, because y'all do be backpedaling and trying to act like I forgot what you said. Now I know I got ADHD and everything, but I got a pretty solid memory. I can remember some things I want to remember now. Reggie.
Yeah,
I mean, she's fine.
Reggie always has something to say. But CC, man, that's all the time we got for today. LTBR Daily, Monday through Thursday in the morning time, as always. You'll be on tomorrow with your solo show with the people, right?
Yes, I'm doing a solo show tomorrow, so definitely everybody pull up. It is going to be interesting, because y'all know I got a big mouth, but it's going to be fun.
Don't get us canceled.
Time. I'm not going to get us canceled. I'm going to try very, very hard not to get us canceled and not be the headline of the day. Or in the bad way. But definitely pull up. It's the same time. It's just that, we're trying something different. So I'm going to be doing the solos on Wednesday. And then me and friends, we back on Thursdays. And then doing the after party on Saturday. So
yes, we will be doing an after party for the super fight. So stay tuned to that. Everybody, thank you for rocking with us. We'll be back tomorrow.
Yes.
Good work, girl. Good work.